If talking to a camera does not come completely natural to you, you are not alone, my friend. And in this video, I want to share with you how I script and structure my videos in a way that I can come off naturally on camera without having to spend a whole bunch of time preparing and scripting before I hit record. If you're new here, my name is Meredith Marsh, and here on this channel, I'm here to help you look good, sound good, and feel good on camera so that you can build your thriving online business with YouTube. So this video is sponsored by my friends over at Riverside, and we'll talk about why that's important for coming off natural on camera in just a moment. So what you're seeing here on my screen is my YouTube planner inside of Notion. This is where any video topic ideas that I have get turned from a topic into an actual piece of content that I can publish on YouTube. I actually turn it into 15 or 16 different pieces of content, but that's a video for another time. So this helps me to keep my video projects going, but when it comes to actually recording my videos, I don't know about you, but if you've ever prepared for an in-person presentation or a Zoom call or your third grade piano recital where you had to memorize both pieces and you ended up drawing a blank and freezing completely on stage. But there is this sense of wanting to be prepared enough to be prepared and feel confident and feel natural, but also have enough sort of wiggle room to wing it or feel authentic or feel like you're being yourself or be able to speak off the cuff. So that's where this video script structure kind of comes in. And I've been using this same structure in my videos for several months now. And what I love about it is it's completely reusable. And it doesn't matter if I'm creating a tutorial or a how-to video or something that I would call more like an influence script. This structure stays the same. Now, if you've watched any of the thousands of videos on YouTube talking about how to speak naturally on camera, most of them are going to say, just be yourself, just act naturally, just pretend that your camera is your best friend. And I think a lot of that is kind of gimmicky and doesn't actually work. I think one of the best things that you can do to script your videos in a way that does come off natural on camera is to script them in the way that you speak. One of the biggest mistakes I see clients and students making when it comes to scripting is they're scripting it word for word and they're writing like a writer instead of writing in the way that they speak naturally. And if you're not the type of person who wants to script an entire video word for word, trust me, I get it. But scripting the way that you speak and then recording your videos is good practice for being able to speak naturally on camera so that eventually you can let go of the word for word script. It's kind of like training wheels when you're learning how to ride a bike. I used to script my videos pretty much word for word. I think that stems from a little bit of that anxiety of the third grader inside of me who completely forgot her piano recital music. But I don't do that anymore because I have this script structure. Now, I'll cover this video structure for you here in just a moment, but first, I want to show you a really cool feature inside of Riverside. If you're not familiar with Riverside, this is an in-browser program where you can record high-quality videos of just yourself talking head videos or yourself with guests for a video podcast or any type of a YouTube video. And because Riverside is recording in high quality video, high quality audio that is not dependent on, relying on having a fast internet connection. It's a great tool for recording YouTube videos. And if you like to be prepared and have a script or even just an outline or a script structure in front of you while you do that, without having to have a bunch of different browser windows open, Riverside has a new feature where you can paste your script in there. So the script is right in front of you. All of your controls are right in front of you. You can see yourself in the frame. You can see your guests in the frame. It's like the ultimate control panel dashboard for recording your YouTube videos. Riverside has also been working on some cool AI functions like magic clips, which will take your long form video and automatically turn it into short form vertical clips where you can customize the look and the layout, and you have your captions burned into them as well. So if you want to check Riverside out for yourself, I put a link down in the description. Now, a couple of weeks ago, months ago now, maybe, I published a whole video on how I have my teleprompter set up. And this has actually been more of a game changer than I ever thought it would be when it comes to having a script and a structure and coming off natural on camera. You wouldn't think that reading from a teleprompter would help you become natural on camera, because it doesn't. What does help you become natural on camera is being able to look directly at your camera lens and see your notes or your script or your outline. So you have all of that stuff right there in front of you. So I'm not actually using my teleprompter like a teleprompter. I'm using it with my iPad as a second monitor, and my notes all go on there. I'm not going to rehash how I have that set up, but I will link to that video down below for you if you want to kind of create this really cool heads up display for recording your YouTube videos and having the confidence of knowing that you can have your notes, your script, and your structure in front of you without having to constantly be looking down at your screen and then up at your camera or having to memorize anything. Because at the end of the day, being natural on camera does take some deliberate practice, right? You're not going to wake up one day and just all of a sudden be like natural on camera. If your brain doesn't have to focus on, oh gosh, I have to say this right, I have to memorize this thing, I have to get my script word for word, or I gotta find the words in my brain and somehow put them together into a cohesive sentence. If your brain's not trying to do all of that, then you can focus on how the words come out. You can focus on being more authentic, more natural, a little bit more off the cuff, and let your personality come through a little bit more. So when it comes to this reusable structure for my videos, I like to have my hook be 15 seconds or less. That's just there to keep my viewers' attention. And then we have the intro, which is where I introduce myself. And I like to think of this as establishing relevance. Like, you're here watching my video. I want you to know who I am. I want you to know why I'm creating the video. And I want you to feel like you are actually going to get something out of this video. So that's what I do in the intro. And then that dark blue here is the body of the video. This is the actual content that you came for. So it might be 5 tips to do blah, 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 or it might be the steps of the tutorial. That makes up the bulk of the video. That's the body of the content. And somewhere around half to 2/3 of the way through that body, I like to do something I like to call staging. So that's this green square here. This is where I take a moment to sort of interrupt the body content to either give some type of a call to action, like subscribing to my channel or leaving a comment down in the description. Or in this case, this video is sponsored by Riverside. So that's where I put that Riverside sponsored integration. It's also where if I have a bigger call to action that I want you to do, at the end of the video, I will tease that call to action. I'll tease that tip that's coming up. For example, if you want to get your hands on these fill in the blank scripts that I use for my videos, I made these available to members inside Thriving Creator Society. So if you want to know where to get those, I'll share that in a little bit. See? The very end of the video, I just call this a handoff. It's basically an outro, but I'm really just trying to hand you off to another one of my videos. Or if I have a big call to action, I'll put that there. But usually I'm leading you to another video, and it could just be the next video that makes sense after you watch this video, or because I have a set it and forget it YouTube funnel on my channel, I'm probably going to send you to the video that's at the top of that funnel. I try to keep that orange block at 30 seconds or less. Now, using a reusable fill-in-the-blank script is definitely one of the best ways to create more content faster and still have it come off as natural so that you can connect with your audience and have that feeling of being prepared, but also feeling like you're delivering yourself on camera in an authentic way. And anytime you can create a new habit that makes creating videos faster and easier for you, you know it's going to pay off in the growth of your channel, because we all know that the more videos you have on your channel, the faster your channel is going to grow. So if you feel like you've been trying everything to grow your channel, but it's just not growing as fast as you hoped it would, I think you're going to love my next video that I have queued up for you here on reviving your slow growing channel so that you can gain more views, more subscribers, and even more revenue with the very next videos that you post to your channel. So I'll link to that below. And if you're curious about getting your hands on my fill-in-the-blank scripts, I'll put a link to Thriving Creator Society down in the description below this video too. That was my